Live from the student broadcast team at Erie High School. Provided for free by all of our sponsors. You're watching a production of the Erie Tiger Network.
Welcome in here on the Erie Tiger Network. We've got boys basketball action, a huge game in the Tri-Valley League between the hosting Erie Tigers and the visiting Roosevelt Rough Riders. Grayson, we were talking about this before the game. Grayson Blaylock joins me tonight. You know, this is a must-win for the Erie boys to not only salvage their Tri-Valley standing, but their playoff standing.
You're right, it is. Their RPI, which if you have not listened to our broadcast lately, you'll learn about that very quickly. It's the tool used to determine the playoff format. And because of the guys' Tri-Valley strength of schedule, this is a must-win game for Erie. They're 9-8 right now, so slightly over 500, but
9-9, I believe. I believe they're at an even 500.
Even 500. My apologies for that. I got something mixed up as Roosevelt's, and they're going to redo the tip. But just because of their strength of schedule, they are in that little bubble area for RPI where you don't want to be. And so is Roosevelt. Actually, Roosevelt's a lot higher than them.
Roosevelt, last time I checked, is at 17. Erie ranking in at 36. Roosevelt actually sporting two really, really great RPI wins against both Windsor and Holy Family, who are the two top teams in the Tri-Valley right now.
Right, and that's why Erie really needs to win tonight. They won on the road, but a big part of that was because Brandon Obrecht, number 45 on the court, got into foul trouble early and quickly. He barely played all game. It was kind of reminiscent of when Jeffrey Fairno got into foul trouble on the road against Meade. Kind of the same scenario. They have slightly similar styles, but they are different. Obrecht plays better in the post than Fairno does, but Fairno's better on the outside. So a really similar situation for the Rough Riders that they had in that game, which allowed Erie to come away with the win.
Early foul called on Ethan Tyson puts TJ Sterling at the line for Roosevelt. He hits both free throws, so the Riders get the first points of the game. Roosevelt kind of running a half-court press. Roosevelt's guards playing very far out. Loy on the inside fires a two-point jump shot, rebounded by Larson. Now Farino with the left hand finds an open Tyson, fakes the shot, makes two men miss. Now Loy inside, flips it up and in, and we've got a tie ball game at 2.
I'm not sure if Tyson meant to pass Loy the ball, but it worked out perfectly either way as he was able to get it in stride and hit a layup.
Now a steal by Jaden Lucero. He's got two men on him, dribbled off of somebody's knee, and that's going to stick with Erie. The starters tonight for the Tigers: Ethan Tyson, Jeffrey Farino, Luke Loy, Jaden Lucero, and Tyler Larson. The starters for Roosevelt: Deontay Hunt, TJ Sterling, as we talked about earlier, Nick Wall out there, Brandon Obrecht, we talked about him as well, and Tyler Severin, Dylan Poley, my bad. Now a near steal picked up by Loy. Larson corrals it.
And I also think Poley may have been hurt the first time the Tigers played. I called color that game with Brandon Bird, who's currently emceeing the game for Erie. So you'll hear him over the loudspeaker some tonight. But I don't remember Poley playing much at all. So he'll clearly have more of a role in their offense tonight.
Farino gets fouled by Sterling. He'll go to the line for 2. jersey night tonight at Erie High School. All the players wearing their favorite sports jersey to school today. And the student section peppered with jerseys here and there.
Just looking at some of the jerseys, you've got a Kevin Durant Seattle Supersonics jersey.
That's a nice jersey right there.
That's a nice throwback jersey. Looks like a Raptors alternate jersey, another nice one. You see Emmanuel Sanders, Adam Thielen's in there. Got a couple Rob Gronkowski jerseys, and a Tom Brady jersey, which personally I think that's unfortunate, as they're going to call it travel on Tyler Larson.
Yeah, Larson kind of rolled on the ground a little bit.
But the school today saw full representation of the entire Nuggets lineup. Some Broncos, and saw some Eagles shirts, some Patriots shirts as well.
We saw the Loy brothers Luke wore a Chicago Cubs jersey. I believe Kevin Loy wore a Chicago Bulls jersey, as they both come from Chicago.
I actually think the younger Loy was wearing a LeBron James jersey, but I cannot be 100% sure, as that may have been Jeffrey Farino. The course of the day, it's kind of hard to remember who's wearing what jersey when everyone's wearing one.
Roosevelt up 5-4 with 5:13 to play in the first. We see Dylan Tackett out there for Roosevelt now, his first appearance of the game. Tyson, bad pass picked off by Hunt.
And Hunt just hit the three, and he's going to be a key factor for Roosevelt in this game. He's their leading scorer, if I'm not mistaken, at about 12 or 13 points a game.
And there's Tackett blocked by Farino. One of the best defensive players in the Tri-Valley League. He averages 2.5 blocks a game.
That is a stat that I did not know, but I like that stat a lot, as Hunt hits another three. And that's what he didn't do last time versus when Roosevelt and Erie played, as Tyler Larson goes coast to coast and gets stripped. He did not get on the scoreboard early.
That shot missed long. Tackett collects the rebound.
And that was one of the causes for Roosevelt struggling, especially in that first half against Erie.
And there's another made shot by Roosevelt. 10-4. Coach Moline's going to take a timeout, and so are we. We'll be right back with the rest of the first quarter.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get in...
Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. I checked the stats, and Jeffrey Farino, 41 blocks on the year. He leads the Tri-Valley by 1.3 blocks. The next leading blocker in the Tri-Valley, Riley Buffington of Frederick, with 1.1 a game. But Jeffrey Farino is clearly the leader. Again, 2.4 blocks a game. Dylan Tackett of Roosevelt averaging about 1 block a game. He ranks in at third. As there's Tackett, he lost it off of his hands.
And we have a scoreboard situation here. And it's been fixed. We had the lines were dancing around the scoreboard, and not really sure what that was. I actually haven't seen that before ever here.
And this is going to be a really interesting defensive matchup between Jeffrey Farino and both Brandon Obrecht and Dylan Tackett. Here's Alex Mathis, who has entered the game for the first time. Jaden Lucero, the three-point sharpshooter, misses. Yop with the rebound. Mathis fakes it in the corner, finds Lucero. Bounce pass into Yop. Bodies up Obrecht, puts up a hook shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Dylan Tackett. Sterling tried to give it inside to Obrecht. It was tipped away and out of bounds.
And it will be interesting to see how Farino handles them inside. He didn't have to worry about Tackett a lot just because he picked up 3 fouls in the first half so quickly, then didn't play again until the end of the third quarter. So Cody Yop tries to draw a charge, can't.
Hunt misses the 3, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And they're going to get Tackett on that one.
Now, Dion Lucero checks into the game for the first time all game. Alex Mathis in the game as well.
Again, some of these players missed a couple games during the season because they were on the football team as well that went to the state championship game. Dion Lucero and Alex Mathis, 2 of those players. A couple players actually skipped the basketball season because the football season went a little late. Sterling drives. He is rejected by the rim.
Farino's in there. Looks like he wanted another block. Good screen set. And
now, Hunt is fouled driving into the lane by Farino. Actually, they got Alex Mathis. Not sure where he was. I kind of saw Farino go up for the block and kind of got Deontay Hunt on the head.
I think they called a block on Alex before that happened. Looks like he was a little bit up closer to the free throw line. Hunt came up slowly, so that'll be something to pay attention to. Now, Coley checks back into the game, and Trent Beal, who we are not sure of, but we believe he is the quarterback of the football team for Roosevelt as well. And it's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Lucero open inside. He's fouled. Late call there. I think they're going to get Tackett again. And they are. That's going to be his second.
And this is kind of the same pattern that you saw against in the first game, except this time it's Tackett that's picking up the 2 quick fouls, or the 2 early fouls, as we're almost 6 minutes into the game. And the game started out pretty similar as well. Roosevelt jumping out to a quick lead as Lucero hits the second free throw. Splits him from the line.
Roosevelt out to an early 12-5 lead. Now Hunt is going to fire another 3, and he hits it home. Roosevelt up 10 early.
And Deontay Hunt is feeling it much in the way the Erie girls team was feeling it in the first half. Cody Up almost drew a foul. Now
There's
Alex Mathis.
Mathis missing a wide open layup. Now Beal drives and gets the N1.
And that's going to go on Alex Mathis. And after the girls jumped out to a piping hot start for Erie, the Roosevelt guys do the same. And if I'm Erie, I've got to lock down Deontay Hunt quickly and effectively. If he is roaming free from 2 feet behind the three-point line, that is not a good situation.
Yop gets the rebound on the missed free throw, and now a bad pass. Tyson wasn't even looking at him. Beal intercepts it. Obrecht gives it to Sterling. Drives with his left hand. Runs into a couple of Tigers. Now Beal tried a no-look pass. barely made it to number 33. That's Poley. Now Roosevelt slows it down. 1:20 to play in the first quarter. Sterling tied up with Yop. A good defensive play by Cody Yop, and that'll go back to Erie. 3 new Tigers into the game. It's Farino, Larson, and Loy.
And now the starting lineup on the floor for Erie. And that's one thing you really like about Cody Yop. He makes his the people he's guarding work. That's one thing he's improved a lot on over the summer. He really improved a lot in general, his shooting and his defense. The tenaciousness has always been there from Cody, but some skill to go with it has come along as well.
Hunt kicks it out. Had to tip his pass twice to Sterling. Now he collects it at the logo, guarded by Lucero. Now Beal drives in, fakes the shot, now takes the shot, doesn't get it to go. Obrecht throws one up, no good. Tyson, cross-court, dangerous pass to Lucero. Now Lucero drives in, throws one up, it's too strong. Rebounded by Obrecht. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 17-5 Roosevelt. Beal inside, throws one up, no good, rebounded by Obrecht. Now Hunt corrals it up top.
And he's going to play for the last shot with 11 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, Roosevelt clears out. It's going to be Hunt versus Lucero. Here it is. He gets past him. Now the defense collapses and a foul is called on Luke Loy.
Luke just didn't have the greatest angle right there. Tried to collapse in and get some help side on Hunt, but was about a second or so late, and Hunt will shoot 2.
An impressive start from the Roosevelt boys. 18-5. Make it 19. Possibly a half-court heave. Lucero's going to chuck it, and it's going to fall short. So after one quarter here in Erie, Roosevelt jumps out to a 14-point lead to start. We'll be right back. On
UnitedWay.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. The start of quarter number 2. Roosevelt jumps out to an early 19-5 lead. Deontay Hunt with 12 points in the first quarter.
Some new faces on the floor for Roosevelt. You see Edgar Batista on the floor for the first time with Nick Wall, who we haven't called his name a lot tonight. We did when the Tigers went up to Roosevelt. With finished off by Sterling, Obrecht, and Poley.
Tyson fakes the shot and he's blocked by Sterling. Big block by TJ Sterling. Sterling controls it on the left wing. Now gives it out to Wall. Sterling fires a 3. And it's rebounded by Wall. They try to kick it out. It's bounced around right into the hands of Luke Loy. 2-on-1. Loy and Lucero, and a foul is going to be called on Edgar Batista, who ran up behind Loy and tried to strip him, but he must have caught the arm. So 2 shots for Luke Loy.
He did catch the arm there, and these are some free throws that would be really helpful for Luke Loy to make. Obviously, Deontay Hunt with a great first quarter from Roosevelt. But when he's not on the floor, you've got to be in the plus differential. It's kind of like a game in which the Detroit Pistons with the newly acquired Blake Griffin played the Memphis Grizzlies in the NBA. With Griffin on the floor, the Pistons were plus 23 points. Without him, they were minus 12. So Hunt in this scenario is Griffin. You've got to be good enough to get points back when he's not on the floor.
Loy fires a three, and he connects. That was a big three from Luke Loy.
It was, and it was also a really good fast break from Erie to get him that look in the corner.
Batista drives in, floater, in and out, rebounded by Tyson. Lucero drives in, guarded by Obrecht. Now Loy again, heat check, three, and he hits it home. Luke Loy cuts the deficit from 13 to 8, just like that. And now another block by Farino. Erie pushing the pace. Lucero trying to breeze by Wall. Now feeds it inside to Loy. And that's going to be 8 straight points for Luke Loy. 21-15. Timeout Roosevelt. We're going to take a break.
Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Welcome back in here in the ETN. Alex Ailey joined by Grayson Blaylock. We've got Grayson Wolf producing tonight. Sid O'Brien on the camera. 21-15. Luke Loy just posted 8 unanswered points by himself to cut the deficit down to 6. Just when it looked like Roosevelt was going to pull away, Luke Loy hits 2 threes in a transition 2.
And that's not counting the first 3 hit, as Hunt hits a 3. There he is. Compared him in a point scenario to Blake Griffin. Obviously, his talent level isn't anywhere near that of Griffin's, but the effect he's having on this game is similar to the one Griffin had in his first game with the Detroit Piston.
Jaden Lucero draws the foul. Obviously, Roosevelt's coach, Chris O'Neill, didn't like that one. Wanted a charge called there. Again, Luke Loy didn't play against Meade. We're still unsure why.
Our best guess is just a little bit of illness or injury.
Yeah, he's got that ankle brace on his left ankle. That would probably be my best guess right now.
And that's 2 fouls on Loy, so we'll need to pay attention to that. He's got, I believe, 12 points for Erie. If I did my math right. He either has 2 or 3 threes, and that'd be the difference. As
Deontay Hunt hits another 3. He has been lighting it up from beyond the arc tonight. And now Luke Loy, 10 points in the quarter.
And that is 4 threes that Hunt has hit tonight, plus 2 free throws.
Batista drives in, feeds it to Obrecht, who is fouled by Farino. .446 to play in the first half. Roosevelt holding on to a 9-point advantage. Again, if you missed the girls' game earlier, senior night for them, not for the boys quite yet, but the girls' senior night, they absolutely obliterated Roosevelt. They won 60-27, a 33-point win.
And Kaylee Green had 19 points. Hallie Hoback, I believe, had 12. Caitlin Patterson also in double digits. Everyone really getting in on the scoring fun for in that one. That was a fun one to watch and call.
Jordan Nguyen entering the game for the first time. As the season has progressed, we've seen Kevin Loy and Jordan Nguyen get less and less minutes. Farino sinks both free throws and dwindles it down to 8 again.
And a lot of the reason their minutes have gone down some is with the football players coming back. You saw them getting playing time as the crowd wanted to travel.
Impressive moves by Jordan Nguyen, and then he travels, lost his footing a little bit.
But with Alex Mathis and Dion Lucero slowly getting back into full form, the two freshmen's playing time has gone down. Obviously, they will get a lot of time next year with this guy's team having 8 seniors.
You know, looking at the bench, I might go as far as to think Jordan Nguyen might even be a starter next year.
It's definitely within the realm of possibility. Tyson's going to be a big player for Erie.
Luke Lloyd, 12 points in the quarter. It's a 6-point game. Hunt struggles to get it in. Wall drives inside, fakes the shot, takes the shot, and makes the shot. 30-22, Roosevelt on top. Now Lucero pushes the pace, throws up a layup, and gets it to fall.
This is definitely the Erie team that we saw last time against Roosevelt. They've narrowed the lead, Roosevelt's lead from 12 to 6, 17-5 at the end of the first quarter as Batista
hits the 3.
It's the first time we've called his name tonight other than saying that he's checked in. And they're going to call a foul on the ground. I believe it's on Batista, and it is. And the ref and Hunt kind of bumped into each other as the ref was walking over. Alex Mathis now set to check in for Erie. But Farino is going to get a 1-and-1.
Jeffrey Farino, again, one of the Tri-Valley League's best players. Now it looks like Mathis is going to replace him. Erie trying to get back in the game. Batista drives baseline, gets it out to Poli. Poli kicks it out to Sterling. Sterling drives with the left hand, puts it inside, is fouled by Nguyen.
Nguyen wanted the charge, but it looks like they're going to say that his feet were not set, and he will pick up his first foul.
Again, Jordan Nguyen, so much energy. Brings fresh legs late in the half. Really puts a spark in the team.
Now Trent Beal checks back in for Roosevelt. He comes in for Batista.
Roosevelt up by 9, under 3 to play in the first half. Both teams in the bonus with 8 fouls. Again, if Erie wins this game, the two are tied in league play. Erie would get the tiebreaker due to results against each other, in which Erie would have gone 2-0 against Roosevelt. Roosevelt wins. They improve to 6-4 in league. Tyson fires a three. It's no good. Pulled down by Mathis, but then he lost it to Beal. Beal has to get it out to Hunt, who finally crosses half court. Hunt drives with the right, throws one up, rebounded by Mathis.
Good defense by Tyson there.
Mathis finds Tyson inside, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Poley. Under 2 to play. Beal goes inside, just heaves one up there. Kind of lost his balance and put one up to avoid the travel. Lucero fires a deep three. Airballed, saved by Tyson, into the hands of Hunt.
And it looks like the ball was loose a possession ago, and Erie could have picked it up, but Tyson had his back to the ball, given that it looks like they're in that matchup zone that they love a lot.
Three in the corner from Poley. Misses off the front end. Now Lucero dribbles off the foot of Sterling. And Nguyen sets it up. Under a minute. Erie down by 9. Nguyen cross court to Lucero. Drives with the right hand. Kicks it to Loy. In the corner for three. Too short off the front end. It's rebounded by Poley. Hunt drives inside, puts one up off the glass and in. Roosevelt opens up an 11-point lead with 30 seconds to go.
And Deontay Hunt's been impossible to stop tonight as Luke. Oh, they called the travel. I don't think he traveled there. I couldn't see it completely, but it didn't look like he traveled there. For a second, I thought that was an and one, and that Erie would have a chance to make it an 8-point game. Instead, Roosevelt will be able to settle for the last shot. And in my head, it'd be foolish for anyone but Hunt to take that shot. Now they've got Cody Yop guarding him, which is probably a good idea.
Yeah, Yop, easily the most intense player on the team. There's a shot taken by... And now an interception from West. He heaves one up, and it's no good. So after the first half, Roosevelt on top 37-26. We'll be right back with halftime stats on...
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages.
We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble and you're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
About to begin the second half here on the Erie Tiger Network. Roosevelt holding on to an 11-point advantage, 37-26 to score. Interesting first half so far. The Erie boys have not had such a great time defensively. Definitely not looking like the same team as the one that beat Roosevelt on the road.
You're right, and they're not exactly looking like the same team that beat Meade. But one thing is really notable when you look at the stat sheet. Luke Loy's got 16 points. Erie has 26. Obviously for Erie, when you think of big scores, you think of Loy, you think of Lucero, you think of Tyson, you think of Farno, you think of Mathis, and then Dion Lucero chipping in some. Well, Mathis has not scored. Jane Lucero has not scored. Ethan Tyson has not scored. Actually, correction, Jane Lucero has made one free throw, I believe. Dion has 3 points, and Jeffrey has the other 6. So Luke has 16 of the 26 for Erie, and the rest of what's usually the primary scores have combined for 6 points. For Roosevelt, it's been all Deontay Hunt. He's got 21 points and 5 threes. He's been absolutely on fire. He's made 4 free throws. He really hasn't missed. But this is also what we saw from Hunt last time. He scored all of his points against Erie last time in the first half. He scored maybe 5 or 6 points in the second half. So Erie's going to have to neutralize him for sure if they're going to want to have a chance to win this one. Other notable scores for Roosevelt, Sterling's got a pair, and Wall's got a pair, and Brandon Obrecht, I believe, has 4 points, and a couple other people, including Edgar Bautista, the only other person to hit a 3 besides Hunt. Roosevelt hit 6 threes in that first half.
Jersey night here in Erie kicked it off with a blowout win for the girls team, 60-27. Now in the midst of the boys game. Again, the score 37-26, about 40 seconds until we start the second half here. Grayson, I want to ask you what you think the keys to the second half are.
So I'd absolutely say that the keys to this second half are getting people besides Luke Loy involved in the offense. Obviously, you want to keep running as much of it as you can through him. He has the hot hand. You want to keep feeding him, but you've just got to get Tyson and Lucero involved if you want to expect to win this game. Lucero's taken a couple shots and has missed, but I really want to see Tyson get the ball. I also want to see a little more of Cody Yop, specifically to defend Deontay Hunt. Those would be my keys to the second half for the Erie Tigers. Defend Deontay Hunt and get other people in the offense besides Loy.
There's Jeffrey Farino. Couldn't get that one to fall. It's rebounded by Dylan Tackett. Sterling kicks it to Wall. Almost lost his handle. Now Hunt drives inside. Tried to flip one up. Larson almost had the steal and the save, but he stepped on the end line.
And you can see that Ethan Tyson's defending Deontay Hunt. He would be my pick of all the people on the floor right now, as Hunt is fouled by Tyson. No, he traveled. Good sportsmanship by Tyson helping him up, and great defense from him there as well. That's absolutely what you have to see out of these Tigers in the second half.
Roosevelt running a full court press. They left Tyson alone with Hunt. He throws one up and gets it to fall. Ethan Tyson.
And that's exactly how you have to get Tyson involved in the offense. Obviously, with the full court press, he just ran behind everybody, hesitated, and got the layup. So good job by him, and good for Erie to get him on the stat sheet.
Larson commits the foul. That's his second tonight. Poley controls it in the corner, guarded by Loy, feeds it into Tackett, who is blocked by Farino. Again, the leader in the Tri-Valley in blocks. Now Lucero on the other end, puts it up and in. It's down to 7.
And that's Jaden Lucero's first made basket of the game. And just like that, you're starting to see Lucero and Tyson, however bits is small, they are getting involved as Wall gets a little hook shot to go over Tyson.
Loy puts it up to a wide open Lucero. Now to Tyson. They have to slow it down. Lucero fires a 3, and it's wet like water. 39-33. Poley caught inside of the paint. Now the pass is nearly lost. Tyson sliding on the ground trying to steal it. Now Hunt inside, tried to get one up. Tipped up by Tackett and finally collected by Hunt. Wall working on Larson. Slows it down, sets up the play. Tackett with the screen up top. Wall drives with his left hand, flips one up and in. I'll tell you what, Nick Wall has been impressive here early in the second half. Now Farino. He puts one up and in and answers. 41-35. Farino loses his shoe. It's 5-on-4. Tackett puts it up, and he is fouled.
And Luke Loy's going to pick up that foul, and that's not ideal for Erie. That's going to be Luke's third. And unfortunately, a lost shoe led to that foul. Not words you want to say when you're broadcasting a basketball game.
.5:38 to go in the third quarter. Dylan Tackett standing at 6'5". Really not a great free throw shooter.
And that's 6'5" plus hair.
Probably adds 2 or 3 inches to it.
Gives him the appearance of being a little bit bigger than he actually is.
Could say that. I call myself 6'4" in shoes. Probably calls himself 6'8" with his hair. Tackett misses both. Rebounded by Farino. Lucero pushes the pace. Almost lost it. Dion Lucero had to save it. Again, no relation between the two Luceros on the court. Farino puts it up. That was a desperation shot. Cody Yop almost tipped it up and in, and now they're going to get Yop with the foul.
And I think Farino should have passed there. I don't think he could see that he had Tyson sitting in the corner, but Tyson was wide open, and the ref pulls Cody Yop aside, as that'll be his second foul. Cody, probably the most aggressive player that Erie has.
Yeah, playing with him elementary school through middle school, he's always had that intensity, that passion, that drive. And it's been really impressive to watch him earn his spot on the varsity roster, and make sure that he's playing. As the 3 in the corner is good for Roosevelt. Tyson to answer. No good, rebounded by Hunt. Wall back out to Hunt, drives inside, he's got an open layup, he was too strong. Now Yop flips it ahead to Tyson. He's open, he's got Sterling though, and he puts it up and in. 44-37. Erie sticking around. Batista, who's re-entered the game, kicks it to Poley for 3 off the front end of the iron. Rebounded by Sterling, who flips it up, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it up again, no good. Another offensive rebound by Sterling. He kicks it out to Batista. Batista drives in, and he's going to get called for the travel. It'll go the other way.
And the Tigers really need to get some defensive rebounds there. Obviously, in the end, no harm done, but that's not what you want to see if you're Erie right there. I believe that was 4 offensive rebounds that Roosevelt came up with during that sequence of events.
Yop feeds it into Tyson, the reverse layup. 44-39. Wall guarded heavily by Lucero. Now Sterling drives in with the right, and he's fouled by Lucero. Jaden Lucero, that is.
Kind of have to play the first name a little bit with Dion and Jaden both on the court.
TJ Sterling at the line for Roosevelt. So Sterling hits 1 of 2. Roosevelt up by 6. Lucero inside. Tried to kick it out. It was picked up off the floor and put in by Farino. 4-point game.
This is the closest it's been since the first quarter. And Erie's gotten Lucero and Tyson both involved in the offense. It's exactly what they needed to do.
Batista flips it up and in and 1.
It's going to be Farino's second foul tonight, if I am not mistaken. Now, this is something you've kind of noticed, that I've kind of noticed, is that we have 5 fouls. Roosevelt has none. And this was similar in the girls' game, but it really didn't have much of an impact just because of how fast Erie jumped out to that lead. So it never really seems like blatantly bad officiating. It just seems like the Rough Riders aren't committing that many fouls.
And again, one thing I've noticed is a lot of Erie's possessions have been off of turnovers on the fast break. Not a lot of offensive setups so far this half. (47-41), Roosevelt leads. 3:13 to play in the third quarter. So Batista at the line to shoot his and 1. Can't get it to fall. So a 6-point Roosevelt lead. Erie pushes the pace. Mathis drives inside, puts it up. It almost went down, but it'll go to the line for 2.
And just like you were talking about, that's those fast breaks for Erie that they've been getting. That was a transition foul for Alex Mathis, and while Roosevelt was back on defense, it only took them about 3 to 5 seconds to get that shot off as he misses the first free throw.
Alex Mathis, one of the best shooters on the team. And he can't hit either free throw. It's rebounded by Hunt. Hunt kicks it to Sterling, drives with his right hand, kick out to Wall. Mid-range jumper doesn't fall, rebounded by Farino. Yop fires a 3. No good. Put up and in by Dion Lucero. Dion Lucero showcasing his athleticism.
And that's what helps him the most on the basketball court is they're going to get him for a foul. You fouled Hunt, and they're not in the bonus yet, so Roosevelt will just take the ball out of bounds. But he's so athletic. Obviously, you see a little bit of that on the football field as he's the quarterback as well. That he's just able to, and also because he's small, but he's able to get in those spaces where you just think, how did he get there so quickly? And how did he make that play? And it's a 4-point game.
Sterling Wall drives in with the left. Awkwardly lost the ball. Picked up by Farina. Yop inside to Loy. On Poley. Puts it up and in, and we've got a 2-point game. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Erie pressing now. Yop almost had the steal. Now Hunt drives inside. Gave it to Mathis, who almost had the steal. The pass was intended for Batista.
And now you're going to see Roosevelt's bigs re-enter the game. Tackett and Obrecht. And they succeeded the most in the first half with them on the floor, so it's going to be interesting to see how Erie defends them. Most likely with Ferno and Yop.
Batista gives it to Obrecht, who puts it up. It's a little bit short. Obrecht tried to grab his own rebound, and they're going to call a foul. I believe they're going to get Alex Mathis.
And Jane Lucero set to check in for Alex. That's 2 for him. Obrecht will shoot a 1-and-1.
Obrecht misses the front end. It's rebounded by Farino. Erie with a chance to tie or take the lead. Yop on the wing. Now Loy. Yop fires a 3. He hits it home, and Erie's got the lead. Cody Yop. A momentum shifter there. Batista weaving in and outside of Tigers. And now Jeffrey Farino with a big block. Under a minute to go in the third. Yop nearly took a heat check 3. Now Lucero drives on the baseline. Tried to kick it to Loy. It was picked off by Batista.
You can feel that the momentum is shifted in this gym.
And they're going to get Cody Yop on a blocking foul as Hunt drove in. So Hunt will take a 1-and-1.
And the Erie bench there wanted to charge, but Hunt will make the free throw. If I've been keeping track of his points right, that's his first made shot this half, which kind of falls into line to what you typically see out of him. A big first half followed up by a less emphatic second half.
And there's Hunt's second, so Roosevelt retakes the lead. The only reason I think that was called a block is because instead of keeping his momentum going forward, Hunt kind of bounced off of Yop and came back and went into a fadeaway. Here's Loy for 3. Misses to the left side, rebounded by Hunt. Roosevelt pushes it up court with 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hunt fires a 3. They're going to call an offensive foul.
And that's going to be an illegal screen on Dylan Tackett. He set a pick on Tyler Larson to get Hunt open, but he left just a bit soon out of that. Looks like he was looking for a little pick and roll, and he'll come off. He'll be replaced by Batista, who is playing a very excellent game for him. He doesn't average that many points a game, but he's got 7 tonight.
That's Tackett's third. So Erie's going to get the last shot of the third quarter, down by 1. Larson. Now Lucero inside to Loy. Puts it up off the front end of the iron. 2 seconds, Obrecht's going to heave it down court. That's a line drive. So after 3 quarters here in Erie, we've got a good one. 49-48, the Riders of Roosevelt are on top. We'll be right back here on the ETN.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults.
We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate.
Welcome back in here on the ETN. 49-48. We've got a good one here in Erie as the Roosevelt Rough Riders lead the home Erie Tigers. And Grayson Blaylock joins me here. Grayson, closing out the game, what do you think's got to happen for both teams if they want to win?
Well, for Roosevelt, I think they've just got to get Deontay Hunt back in the game just a little bit. That would be enough. He only had 2 points in the third quarter as Jeffrey Farino picks up another foul. That's Obrecht. He excels in the post and quickly drew a foul. But for Erie, I'm doing the same thing as the third quarter. I'm keeping everyone involved in the offense, and I also just wanted to lock down Deontay Hunt because as he goes, Roosevelt's offense goes, and that allowed Erie to climb out of a double-digit deficit to within 1 point, and they actually took the lead at 1 point as well.
Obrecht hits 1 of 2. So Roosevelt up by 2 points. Tyler Larson controls it up top. Tyler Larson known for being nearly invisible on stat sheets, but he makes a big impact on the court. Lucero misses the 3. Rebounded by Poli. He runs it up court, but he doesn't have the numbers, so he slows it down. Sterling looks back to Poli. Now they give it to Hunt. Hunt with the long jumper, a little too short, rebounded by Larson. Swings it up for Luke Loy, who puts it up and in, and it's tied at 50. 7:10 to play in the game.
That's just what the Tigers need. Fast break points that turn into easy layups as Hunt gets just that except out of a more established offensive setting there for Roosevelt.
So Hunt answers. Tyson fires a 3 for the lead. It's good! Ethan Tyson!
Rattled in and out and in there for Ethan Tyson. And Erie has a 1 point lead with 6:30 to go.
Poli. Back to Hunt. Calls for a man, hands it off to
Wall.
Wall with the left hand. Puts it up over Farino and in. So a 1 point lead for Roosevelt again. Back and forth we go here in the fourth. Ty Larson controls it. Lucero inside to Loy. Cross court to Larson. Drives inside. Takes the mid-range jumper a little too strong. Rebounded by Obrecht. Roosevelt a chance to extend the lead. Hunt drives in. Kicks it to Wall. Wall back out to Sterling for 3. No good. Pulled down by Farino. Now Erie a chance to take the lead. Farino behind the back, out to Tyson, who fires another 3. Airballs that one, it's rebounded by Hunt. Wall open in the corner, no good, pulled down by Sterling. Sterling puts it up and in and 1. TJ Sterling. A chance to make it a 2-possession game.
And that's going to be Luke Loy's 4th foul. You almost wanted an over-the-back call on TJ Sterling right there. But that's not what happens. Instead of Erie getting the ball, foul on Sterling. It's Loy's fourth, and Sterling has a chance to make it a 4-point game.
Sterling misses, so it'll stay a one-possession game. Jordan Nguyen back in the game, maybe for shooting and defense. And some fresh legs. Nguyen on the wing. Inside to Farino. Has to feed it back out to Nguyen. Loy drives on the baseline, floats one up, and they're going to call an offensive foul, and that's going to be the night for Luke Loy.
And Coach Molina is not happy with that call. And neither is Luke Loy.
So Luke Loy's night is done. They're going to put in Cody Yop to replace him.
That's not how you wanted to see the night end for Luke Loy. Obviously, one of those calls, I know we said this in an earlier game, but one of those game-defining calls, a call that could go either way, and also one of those hardest calls to judge.
And now they're going to call, not sure what they called there.
They called a travel on TJ Sterling. And Erie's got the ball back, and they'll take a timeout.
56-53. Stay with us. We've got a good one here in Erie.
Front Range Landfill.
And welcome back in here in the Erie Tiger Network. Alex Ailey here with Grayson Blaylock. 56-53. Roosevelt clinging to a 3-point lead with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. Now, Grayson, this has been a game of ups and downs for the Tigers. They've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. How do you think they close this one out?
You know, really the only thing you can do is you can make your shots and you can play defense. I mean, it's the fundamentals of basketball. Doesn't get more simple than that. They've got to play the way they've been playing, and they've got to take the momentum that they've had. They've got to continue that.
Nguyen controls it. He's running point for the Tigers. Here's Lucero. Moving in on Beal. And the bad pass picked off by Obrecht. Given up to Sterling, and he's fouled by Nguyen.
And that's Erie's 12th foul, and Roosevelt has 2. And while you can't say any of the calls have been blatantly missed, obviously didn't like that charge call on Luke Loy, but it's not what you like to see. And it almost feels as if it hasn't affected the game as much as when it did against Meade. But when you look at the stat sheet and how much more Roosevelt's gotten to the free throw line, you could certainly say that it has.
Sterling connects on both. Timeout called by Roosevelt. We're going to stay right here, 58-53. And with Luke Loy out of the game, he's been the hot hand tonight, as you said before. Who do you turn to now to give you that spark?
Well, if I'm Erie, I turn to the best player on the floor, and that's Jeffrey Fairno. He's got to get going inside and outside. Obviously, if you want outside, he's probably not your best option. He hasn't been as good this year as last year when he played more on the outside with 2 guys that were bigger than him on the team. But I look for him, and I also look for Yop as well. He's a good shooter, second on the team in three-point percentage, actually. And you've got to see him, Yop, Lucero, Tyson getting some outside shots, and then Fairno getting some inside shots. But if I had to pick one thing, I'd say get to the foul line 4 or 5 times in these last 4 minutes.
Roosevelt clinging to a 5-point lead. Erie and Roosevelt traded the lead a few times before Roosevelt pulled it to 5. Lucero on the wing. Now Farino fires a 3, and he connects! Jeffrey Farino brings it within 2.
And just as I say he hasn't shot it as well from 3 this year, he buries one to make it a 2-point game.
Now picked off by Lucero. Erie a chance to tie or take the lead. Nguyen on the wing. Guarded by Wall. Now Tyson. Here's Lucero. Yop drives with his left hand. Kicks it to Tyson for the lead. Misses that one, rebounded by Obrecht. Deontay Hunt controls it with 3 minutes to go in the game. The Riders up 2. Wall nearly stolen by Tyson. Ball loose on the ground, picked up by Hunt. Hunt kicks it to an open Batista for 3. And they're going to call a foul.
I'm not sure on who. And it's on Cody Yop. Of course the foul's on Cody Yop. It's always on Cody Yop.
That'll send Hunt to the line for 2.
That's also 4 for him. And now Kevin Loy and Dion Lucero coming into the game.
They're going to take Yop out of there. Nguyen's also going to come out.
This is the first time we've seen Kevin Loy tonight. It'd be nice if he could pick up where his brother left off.
Hunt connects on both. We've got a 2-possession game. Under 3 to play here. Kevin Loy controls it. Farino, spin move. He's fouled before the shot. Only the 3rd foul of the second half on Roosevelt.
And the first 2 were actually offensive fouls. They were both moving screens on Dylan Hackett. And that's Obrecht's 3rd. So obviously his not being in foul trouble the whole game has helped Roosevelt.
Lucero fires a 3, no good. Roosevelt with a chance to extend the lead. This could be a turning point. The Tigers need a stop. Sterling drives in, and they're going to get Dion Lucero with a foul.
And by my unofficial count, that's about 15 or 16 fouls they've called on Erie in this half, compared to 3 for Roosevelt. Double bonus, so Sterling will shoot 2.
Sterling can't connect on his first. That's a big miss. Trent Beal re-enters the game. Roosevelt playing small ball, neither Tackett or Obrecht on the court.
And now that Obrecht has come out, I'm immediately going to Jeffrey Farino in the paint. There's no one on this floor that can guard him as Kevin Loy gets the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on TJ Sterling.
Kevin Loy pulled down the rebound.
It's only Sterling's 2nd. 2:18 left, so that won't have much of an impact, except moving the Tigers closer to the bonus.
Lucero drives in, puts one up off the glass and in. 2-point game. 2 minutes to go here. Roosevelt up by 2. Wall gives it to Sterling with the right hand. Finds an open Beal in the corner. And it's in and out. Rebounded by Farino. Erie a chance to tie or take the lead. Here's Lucero. Drives in with the left. And we're tied. 60-60. Timeout Roosevelt. 1:39 to go. We're tied at 60. On the
NFL won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Welcome back in here on the Erie Tiger Network. We knew the rematch would be just as good as the first one. We are knotted at 60 here with 1:39 to go in the game between Roosevelt and Erie. Roosevelt with possession. Erie running a two-man press. Obrecht heaves it up. It's picked off by Farino. Farino running it the other way. He's guarded by three riders. Now Lucero puts it up and in. Erie's got a 2-point lead. Dion Lucero with a big bucket. Batista feeds it ahead to Hunt. Hunt is fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
And that's 4 on Farino, and this gym is ready to explode.
Jeffrey Farino, I doubt they'll take him out here.
If I'm Coach Moline, there's no way I'm taking Farino out. The only way anyone on the court right now is coming out is if I want Cody Opp to come in maybe for a short amount of time as Hunt hits the free throw. I don't think he's missed one all night. But the only way I change anything is if there's momentum, and it looks like they're going to put Tyler Larson in for Kevin Loy.
Tie game at 62, 1:12 to go. Jaden Lucero running point. Here's Dion Lucero. Tyson at the top. Timeout called by Coach Moline. Will stay right here. Tyler Larson will enter the game. 57.5 seconds to go. Tied at 62. Who do you go to here for the shot?
Well, right now, they haven't had Obrecht in the game. If he comes in, I don't go to Farino. If he's not in the game, and it looks like he will be in the game, so seeing who Erie's got in, I'm going to Lucero. He's been making some shots. Logical choice. Tyson also be a great choice. Really, the two people I don't want taking shots. I don't want Dion Lucero taking a three. And I wouldn't really want Tyler Larson taking a three either, although I would love to see Lucero get a pass on the inside. He's finished on several layups very well tonight, and that's clearly his forte. But if you're going outside, you've got to go to Farino, Tyson, or Jaden Lucero.
This is an exciting game right here. I've caught a lot of games for the ETN, and this one is up there in excitement level.
If this was a rivalry game, and Erie and Roosevelt do have a semblance of a rivalry, not a huge one. It does tend to get chippy, especially during football season, which is what most schools excel at. But if this was, say, Frederick, which is going to be next Tuesday, you're absolutely going to say this is one of the best games you've ever called.
I don't think anything could top the Mathis Miracle against Northridge last year, though.
I have to say this is the best game I've called. I wasn't there for that one, so.
Farino inside, and Erie's got the lead, 64-62. And you were right, they went to Farino with Obrecht in the game. Hunt nearly went back court, and now a timeout called by Roosevelt. Jeffrey Farino puts Erie up by 2. We'll stay right here with you. 31.2 seconds to go. Erie needs a big stop. How did you contain Deontay Hunt here?
You put Ethan Tyson on him. It's as simple as that. Tyson's been containing him relatively well for, actually extremely well for the entire second half. Hunt has 4 points. They've all come at the foul line. You don't foul Hunt. I would intentionally foul anyone else on that floor, especially Sterling, who hasn't shot it well from the free throw line, before I let Hunt even touch the ball. You've got to keep it out of Deontay Hunt's hands. If it's got to be Deontay Hunt, it's going to be Deontay Hunt. But if I'm Erie, I smother Hunt. I face guard him all the way out to half court, and I make someone else take that shot.
I agree with you there. Deontay Hunt has really been the star for Roosevelt tonight. And you know how big of a win this is. If Erie can sweep Roosevelt,
on the floor for the Tigers are the starters with Dion Lucero instead of Luke Loy.
Sterling to inbound. It'll be Wall running point. Hunt's going to sit in that corner. Watch him the whole time. Poley controls it. Obrecht fakes the handoff. Now looks to pass. He gives it to Wall. Wall to Sterling. Sterling picked off by Lucero, and he's fouled. 17.5 seconds to go in this one, and one of Erie's best shooters is going to the line.
He's actually
it's not. It's still 5 fouls for Roosevelt, so it'll be an inbound. And this is where Roosevelt's fouls actually hurts them,
because they've got 2 fouls to give. I think that's maybe a bit premature for the student section. Roosevelt has good inbounds defense. You see Hunt face guarding Lucero. And they're going to get him a screen.
Tyson couldn't inbound it. Coach Moline calls timeout. 16.9 seconds to go. 64-62. Again, Roosevelt running out of time, or doesn't have enough fouls to put Erie on the line and get the ball back. So as long as Erie's getting an inbound, you know, this game is seconds are running off the clock.
You're right, and if I'm Roosevelt, I'd be kind of cautious about going for a steal. The only time I'd go with for a steal is on the inbounds pass, and then I've got to foul as soon as possible, because you're going to have at least, assuming they foul twice on 2 inbounds passes, that'd put Erie in the bonus. It'd probably take, we're at 16.9 seconds. Depending on how well the inbounds pass is guarded, it could take anywhere from like 3 to 5 seconds off, 3 to 7 seconds off the clock. Obviously, if you're Erie, you'd like to maybe see the clock go down a little bit more, but you also need to see made free throws if the clock's going to go down. And they're going to change it to 17.1 seconds, so 0.2 of a second added to the shot clock.
Tyson to inbound. It's almost intercepted by Wall. It's tipped out of bounds. That was a dangerous pass.
And they're not going to call a foul, and that's a 1.5 seconds that they lost without getting a foul, which is big for Erie.
Not a foul or a steal. In this situation, you try for the steal. If not, you foul. Larson nearly caught the inbound. Had to save it. It is off of Larson. He stepped out before he could save it. Roosevelt will get the ball back.
And the Erie student section did not like that call. They were right in front of it, and it appeared that the Roosevelt player, I couldn't tell which one it was,
Hunt runs it up court. Timeout Roosevelt. 10.9 to play in the game. 64-62. Oh boy. You know Roosevelt's going to go to Hunt.
You do think they go to Hunt. Another thing is, if Erie's got Hunt smothered, I need a second option. I've got to go to Nick Wall if I'm Roosevelt. He's been money in the paint, and obviously you don't want to foul in this situation at all. You can't see who's on the floor, but it looks like it's going to be Obrecht, Wall, Hunt, obviously, and Obrecht is coming to check in. So Sterling, Wall, Bautista, Obrecht, and actually, Sterling isn't on the floor. It's Beal instead of Sterling. So, the 2 things you got to do, you got to guard against the 3, and you cannot foul on the shot. If I'm Roosevelt, I take the shot as fast as I can, because if you miss, obviously you're going to want an offensive rebound.
Yeah, the great debate is, do you draw up a play for the win, a 3 for the win or a 2 for overtime? Or do you take a quick shot just in case? Sterling to inbound. He's going to get it into Wall. 10 seconds to play.
Oh,
here we go. They're going to hold it for the game winner. They give it to Hunt. Hunt off the pick from Obrecht for 3. Air ball! And 0.5 seconds will be on the clock. Erie is an inbound pass away from holding on.
And if I'm Erie, I am not throwing this ball anywhere where Roosevelt. Now the ref is going to come over.
They're discussing how many seconds to put on the clock. Looks like they're going to put 1 second on the clock. All Erie has to do, or 0.1. Or 1 second, sorry. The scoreboard read 0.1 for a short second. Erie is an inbound away from beating Roosevelt and sweeping Roosevelt.
I've got to throw this across half court.
Here's Farino, and that's going to be the game. The final score here from Erie, 64-62, in one of the most exciting basketball games of the season. The Tigers win it here in Erie. For Grayson Blaylock, Grayson Wolf, and Sid O'Brien, I'm Alex Ailey signing off from the Erie